Okay, so after my week and a half of not doing anything with this car, I finally have the tools I need, and I decided to check the spark plugs, which are still pretty new, but I didn't want to have oil on them, and sure enough, deep down in that hole, that's the hole for one of the spark plugs. Here is one of the spark plugs, and see all that bronzing on the spark plug? All that discoloration, it should be silver. Even on the little sparker head itself, that's oil. That's all backed up from the pressure control system. So yeah, the spark plugs are actually relevant in this case. By the way, I'm being very careful. I know you cannot mess up the gap because that will seriously screw over everything, so I'm being very careful. But yeah, I finally have the tools to work on this. And I figured, well, let me check the spark plugs, as I could do that without crawling underneath the car, because I really don't feel like getting underneath the car today. And sure enough, they are covered in oil, so I'm going to take all of them out and clean them up best I can. They're still fairly new, so I don't think I'll have any issues with them. But yeah, also clean off this, clean off this thing. The timing belt, I think there's a timing belt, I don't know what belt this is. Pretty sure it's a timing belt. That is all. You can see the oil around there. Can you get it off? Yeah, look at that. That's from half a second of wiping. There's 5 spark plugs as the 5-cylinder engine, so yeah. Also ignore my neon work gloves. My dad got them for me, and I was like, okay, why not use them? You know, I don't feel like getting my hands all greasy. So yeah, the Volvo is, yeah. Oh, also, this is to cover up the fuel injector right here, the injectors. And I unbolted this, and I unbolted this, right? Not bolted it in, and the plastic just chipped. Here's a little piece of it. So, I'm gonna be looking for a new one of these maybe, because that one's not in too good a condition. This is the only part actually made in Sweden so far, except for this thing. The rest of it's made in Germany or Japan, or in France. I find it funny how in this car, if you look down there, Volvo, it says made in Japan. Which I'm gonna see if I could. Yeah, you can see that's the transmission. So the transmission, right? So part of the heart and soul of this car is not even Swedish. It's Japanese. I find that pretty funny. So that's a little update on the Volvo project so far. I'm going to take out the rest of the spark plugs, as there's no reason for me to not clean them off all at one time. To take one out, clean it, put it back all together. I'll just put it all back together. Exactly. Yeah. Also, I should mention that I'm not concerned with working with these wires, as the battery has been disconnected from both terminals. So there's no power running through this car, which is why I'm not afraid to put the key in the ignition. I'm not afraid to leave the doors open and like that, because there's no power. I'm not going to drain any batteries. I'm not going to accidentally start it up with no oil in it. None of that's going to happen. So in case any of you are concerned about that, which I'm sure you're not, yeah, belt looks fine. So yeah, gears, probably use a cleaning, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't feel like taking off the belt. That will be a pain in the ass. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep working, and I'll get back to you later.